nothing says fall like this dish. It's the breakfast, brunch, lunch, and snack of champions. And the best part, it's good hot, warm, and even room temperature, meaning it's a no-fuss kind of meal.
Yeah, that's right. And Stewart Lane, who's the executive chef at Lon Lane's Inspired Occasions, joins us now to show us how to make sweet potato apple and white potato au gratin. Now, that's how I've always said it. You pronounced it differently when I was talking to you earlier. Am I saying it wrong, or are you saying it right?
It depends on which part of the world you're in.
Okay.
Here, people call it au gratin, there's gratin, there's just different ways of pronouncing it. But in the end, it's just a layered dish that is all full of goodness.
Layered dish full of goodness.
Exactly.
That's perfectly what I want. So what are you making here today?
So today we're going to talk about just a really easy, classic fall au gratin dish. And so this is sweet potatoes, white potatoes, and Granny Smith apples with a leek cream.
Oh.
So it is a very, very simple dish to make. In fact, if you don't even want to get a knife out, you don't have to.
I like it.
For this. So pretty much everyone has one of these in their home. It comes in all different things. You usually see it on every wedding registry out there. It's a mandolin, but a lot of people just don't ever use them. This dish, perfect for that, saves time, and allows you to be able to get this dish into the oven, passively cooking, so you can have a lot more time to get anything else ready for your party.
Yeah, because that's one of the things we always worry about, is always, trying to entertain our guests, but also making sure the food is ready. And
exactly, and that's one of the things we talk about a lot at our company is, like, if you're going to host a party, just don't be stuck in your own kitchen. You know, everyone likes to gather in the kitchen anyway, but be able to entertain, not be able just to be stuck with them. So this whole dish, it does take a little while in the oven to cook, but it's completely passive. And so you can actually plan your whole menu around one oven, one temperature, and just finishing some things up.
Beautiful.
So what we have here, we just started off with some leeks. So we just run down our mandolin, cutting up some leeks.
Okay.
So then we get these sauteing. Once they get a little soft, then we add in our cream and just a little bit of our seasoning mix. So this is just some nutmeg and a little bit of white pepper. So
nutmeg will really give it that fall flavor.
Exactly.
Won't it?
Nutmeg has that that flavor to it that just is a little bit of spice, a little bit of brightness. It's usually in all the warming spices. And then white pepper, to me, just tastes like, a white cheddar scalloped potato. Like, you just taste that flavor. And
so what type of apple are you then using here on this dish?
So we're using Granny Smith's here because we love the tartness.
Yeah.
We love the texture when they are cooked. And we also love the sweetness that comes with them. And their tartness and sweetness pairs really well with sweet potatoes as well. And so you get this really great combination of flavors where you have the structural savory potato, and then all of a sudden you just get the little bits of tartness in there.
I know a lot of people don't have Granny Smith apples because they'll buy, Red Delicious or Gala apples or Fuji apples or something like that. Can we use any of those apples, or do you really like that tartness of that
Really,
Granny Smith?
For this dish, a Granny Smith is the perfect apple to use. All the other apples, they'll either apples. There's hundreds of different types of apples, but they all come in different for different reasons. There's baking apples and everything else. It's about texture and flavor.
Okay.
And so what we will do here is we'll take just our little casserole dish that we've sprayed and prepared, and then you can just nothing fancy here.
Just layer it in there?
Layering in your potatoes. And just want to make sure you have a nice layer of each one. And when you get done with your potatoes, definitely hit it with some salt.
And pepper.
You have to season every single layer because potatoes soak up so much
Especially
salt.
when you put it in the oven there. Really soak it up, won't it?
So we're here. Now this is a time that you can add cheese to this. You can add any different kinds of cheeses you like. We like using a Gruyere and a little bit of white cheddar.
Something to a little bit more flavor and kick to it there than just normal cheddar cheese.
And then we'll take our leek cream. Pour this right over the top.
If you keep that on heat for a little bit, will that thicken up at all, or do you want it just kind of like a little?
You want it a little bit thinner because it's going to be in a long oven cook.
Oh, yes.
So that's why you're going to want to have it just a little bit on the thin side.
So this is almost like a lasagna in a way.
Exactly. It's just a potato lasagna. So then you layer this up. Again, just kind of repeat your layers. And then we top it off with the leek cream again.
Do you want some more salt on top of those potatoes again? There we go.
So every single layer gets a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And then you just top it off
leek cream?
Right with the leek cream.
All right.
And the best part is then you have this leek mixture right there on top. So when you top this off with cheese, You're going to saran wrap this, foil this, put it in your oven, and for a big casserole dish that we provided for the recipe, you're looking at around like 3 hours in the oven.
Oh, okay. So it takes a little bit then.
Exactly, so it's completely passive on your time.
But then when we're all finished, this is our finished product
yes,
here?
When you're all finished, this is our finished product, and so you have this cheesy, bubbly, dish
what
with
makes it caramelized like that on
all
the back
these different
there?
layers. So this is just all of the fats
All
and the
that.
creams, the sugars and the creams, and then the cheese as well, just caramelizes up into this absolutely delicious au gratin potato.
Well, Chef, we appreciate your time today. This is a fantastic dish. Like you said, it'd be great here for entertaining in the fall, and hopefully you can try it at home. Stewart, again, thank you very much for your help.
Thank you so much. So happy to be here.